Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the Sun in conjunct Uranus in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They were a little bit concise, and some people may refer to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is, well, if you have the Sun in conjunct Uranus in the natal chart, you know, inconjuncts can often be about adjustments. It could be too much or too little of something. So an adjustment, which is the inconjunct, may be needed between the basic wants, which is the Sun, and the goals and aspirations, which is Uranus. One or the other may be overemphasized. If, let's say, if you have Uranus in Capricorn, those goals and aspirations may be tied in, with the career ambitions, having more structure, discipline in general, but it could also be connected with something more, specifically, as far as, a field connected with Capricorn, such as dentistry, accounting, masonry, political, government work, information, technology, as some examples, and or even something with construction, architecture. Now, the thing about this is there may be an imbalance, between the conscious side, which is the Sun, and either the expression of the more unique, Uranus side. If Uranus, say, is in Sagittarius, there may be, unique expression, connected with advertising or publishing. Maybe it's something with foreign travel, or it could be, in terms of one expanding one's horizons. The thing is, if Uranus is in Aquarius, unique expression may be expressed through social media, the internet, astronomy, astrology, computers, electronics, as some examples. Also, to another way the Sun in conjunct Uranus may manifest in a natal chart, it could be where there's too much of that focus on shining, which is the Sun, and not enough on the selflessness, which is Uranus, or vice versa. There may be, if the Sun, say, is in Leo, there may be, a lot of need to shine or wanting to shine, doing something with entertainment, acting, theater, even party planning, or something that involves anything with performing, such as like the circus, as an example. It could be doing something, or with the military, sports, as some other examples. And the thing is, could be that battle between, the more about the self, as opposed to, altruistic actions, doing things which may put one in the limelight, but also being more unobtrusive, and there may be an imbalance between those things. And also, too, there also may be an imbalance between activities with the biological father and dominant males, which is the Sun, and one's friends, which is Uranus. Say if somebody has Uranus in Scorpio, as an example, those friends, may be people, that could be, very powerful, but yet controlling. They may be those that are resourceful, resilient. They may actually be Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply embody the characteristics of Scorpio, or maybe in a Scorpio-related field or profession, which can include locksmithing, or psychology, the occult, which includes astrology. Something with embalming, or working as a funeral director, mortician, or even in forensics, or some kind of field that involves deep research and investigation. Now, another thing too about this aspect where it could be either expending too much or too little vitality and energy, which is the sun, on group related activities, which is Uranus. And the thing about this is, say if for example, if Uranus is in Libra, well, the group-related activities may be connected with the law or something of an artistic, type of activity, whether it could be drawing, painting, sculpting, abstract art, that covers a wide divergence of things, or something, a group that's connected with, arbitration or negotiation, fashion design, even doing something, interior decoration, as some examples. And another thing too is that if you have this aspect, there may be too much or too little, drive and motivation, which is the sun in Uranus-related activities, and that can cover a number of things. Uranus-related activities can include things associated with altruism, selflessness, humanitarianism. Could be things of an environmental nature, doing things that are more, for the group, as opposed to doing something on an individual level, or even more subjects connected with fields connected with Uranus, such as astronomy, astrology, computers, electronics, aviation, meteorology, innovation, as some examples. And it could be sometimes where you may have like this exorbitant amount of energy for these things, and other times you may just be completely stagnant and not have anything, whether it's the inspiration or just the general energy, physical energy in order to do that. And it could also be where if you have this aspect in your natal chart, you may emphasize, could be too much the validation of one's identity, which is the sun, from friends and society, which is Uranus, or you may be, completely oblivious, to the contemporaries and friends and what their beliefs are, of you. And the thing is, you may see, you may get to often feel like you need, the validation of friends to kind of clarify, who you're about. And other times you just may not care at all. And the thing is, another way this aspect may manifest, it could be, your view of your true self, which is the sun. The sun is connected with our basic fundamental character. Maybe something, you may be very, you could look at it, at one point, is very, considering inconjunctus to Uranus, the true self being the sun. Your view of yourself may be one that's very unique at some point, because Uranus is connected with uniqueness, but other times you may just feel just the opposite, where you're just, oh, I'm just like everybody else. There's nothing really, unique or original about, my character, my personality, what I'm able to do, and so on and so forth. And then it could also be where at times you may be extremely confident, which is the sun, regarding your future, which is Uranus. Then other times it may just go the other way, where you're either maybe overly negative or pessimistic regarding where your future, what lies ahead of you, or just simply be apathetic regarding it. So you could have that real vacillation of energy associated with that. And the thing is, having this, it's also what it really, a lot of this aspect comes down to. A lot of this can be where you may be torn, at times being either more about just doing things for yourself more, as opposed to things that are more group related and friends, expressing, the self, the selflessness, which is Uranus, in contrast to doing things that are more pertaining to the self and me, which is the sun, or vice versa. And the key again is to find, that equilibrium and balance between the two. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.